So hello back. Now this is the final interview we have with our trainers, and we are looking forward to give you some takeaway lessons, takeaway information after the 17011 online training, and also the MD20 bonus with the 17011. So welcome back, our trainers. I first would like to thank you for all the efforts that you have done for this training, and also for giving the time and the effort for the e-learning. It's not as easy as people think. E-learning is not that easy to record and to have also at the same time with another training. So for our trainees online, we would like to know now today that we have the MD20 and the new 17011. So what is the relation first between them, and does MD20 help the 17011 conformity for accreditation bodies to be in conformity with 17011? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think, see, we have been moving to competence model in almost every standard, so it was almost imperative that we do so in 70011 as well, and we have done that. We have moved into a competence model 70011, but we still stopped short of making a sort of obligatory document,
Yes.
and we ended up having an annex which is informative. So having IF MD20, which came before even ISO 17011 came, so IF was already moving in that direction.
Okay.
So to that extent, we are ahead of ISO standard itself. And the fact that the MD20 has been around for a couple of years, and many people have seen and read and reread and dissected it, so the preparation will be much better to switch over to 70011. And the table in 70011 is something that we have also come up here with in terms of at least the generic competence. So I'm sure implementing MD20 will help people comply with 70011.
Yes,
Certainly.
it gives a lot of guidance, that the annex, it gives a lot of details that can help the accreditation body to make exercises that are included in this training, and that also our trainees online, they can have a copy of that. It makes them more comfortable when applying the competence for assessors.
Yes, correct.
So, but now that we have this new 17011 and the MD20 and our assessors are better, how can this help in the strategy of PAC and APLAC to go and have more consistency and also to have more confidence in the accreditation and the peer evaluation process for our stakeholders and the interested parties?
Yeah, I think the important point, as Anil mentioned about the 17011, we had in the working group on CASCO, we have at least 6 members of that working group that are also PAC member, and more 3 or 4 that are APLAC member. I think all those people that participate in the ISO CASC working group 42, it's going to help those 2 regional corporations that in the near future is going to be one regional corporation, and this is going to help us to better implement 17011 in all babies. That's going to have the opportunity to participate in the training and also for the peer evaluators.
Yes. Thank you. I think this is very important, and that now this is not additional requirements. This is more confidence and more tools to have the cooperation between accreditation bodies working better, and also that at the regional level we have more consistency of work. Very good. So now, in the end of this online training, many of the trainees say, okay, now we're going to finish this online training, and then we close the computer and go back to work, and we think that everything is in mind. Is this the way it works? As expert in this field, how do you advise our trainees to do after an online training, after an e-learning training, in a specific field like 17011 and MD20?
A couple of things. One is, I look at e-learning as we-learning. We, all of us. And it's a continuous learning process. Yes. Learning never stops. So learning is ongoing, it's always happening. And so you never arrive at a destination. You never say, I have all arrived. It's a process. So what we need to do is we need to be able to apply the concepts that we have learned on the job that we are performing, which is transfer of learning to the actual job, so that then we can improve our own processes. So I would say, like the workshop that we had today, the training that we had today I would call it more as a start of the journey versus an end of the journey. So we are starting the journey, in a coherent manner, in a manner where we are all walking together. We were walking together, but we were not walking in unison. So we are now like a harmony,
Exactly.
in unison, working and marching together. So I see that, and again, the e-learning that you're putting, that would be useful both for people who were at the workshop. They can go back and look at it as a refresher.
Yeah.
They might go back and see like, hey, like in the group, how did we talk about it? So that could be something for people who are not able to come here. This would be like a starting point, how do we start the process? Because once you start the process, you will be able to move forward. But for most of us, just getting started could be a big challenge. So I think this will really help us to get started.
I think this is very important because once we have the training, that's, as you said, the start. But part of the training is applying. So when you have something theoretical and you follow some training, you see the documents, but then if you don't apply it, after some time you forget and then you don't remember that required. But the one important part of the training is to go and to apply. And the good thing for the e-learning is that if you forget something, you just can go back to the videos and see them. And also, as we said in the previous videos, that you can also give your feedback. So you can go to the video and say, I want this part to be added. I would like this to be changed later. I did not understand this. Can you make more clarification? And the training will be better and it will be enhanced with the community. So I would like to thank you again for your contribution and for your help, and we look forward for other trainings on e-learning, and stay tuned and come with us for other training. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.